While Europe wrestles with its struggling economies, the U.S. faces an unprecedented deadline. This week, the White House threatened to veto any legislation that would avoid the so-called fiscal cliff unless it includes a tax hike for the nation's wealthiest. If Congress does nothing, the fiscal cliff will come at midnight on December 31st, when the Bush-era tax cuts expire, triggering a hike for 90% of taxpayers. The financial impact of an average middle-income household would be about $2,000 or $166 of automatic withholding per month. The trigger would also slash the defense budget by 50% and domestic spending by 50% as well, shutting down 1,200 government programs. Going over the fiscal cliff, says the Congressional Budget Office, could push the jobless rate over 9%, dragging the country back into recession. Mark Zandi, chief economist with Moody's, is here to discuss. Mark, thank you for being with us. The idea behind these spending cuts and tax hikes was to force Congress to make a decision on this. If they do not, what happens next for our economy?
Well, tax rates rise for everybody, and of course that would cause people to pull back. We'd have big government spending cuts from everything to the defense budget to Amtrak to the Park Service. Businesses would grow very nervous, obviously, because they're going to get hit by less spending by consumers. They'll cut workers, and as you point out, we'll be back into recession. Unemployment will rise. And it would likely be a very deep recession because it would be very difficult for policymakers to respond to that. The Federal Reserve really wouldn't know what to do.
From a business standpoint, what are they doing now to prepare, and how is this uncertainty impacting them?
Well, businesses are very nervous about this. They can't get their minds around how policymakers are going to nail this thing down. And so they're already pulling back. It's not like they're laying off workers. That would mean we'd go back into recession now. But they're not hiring and they're not investing, and the economy is weak because they just can't simply engage until they can get some narrative with respect to how policymakers are going to solve this problem.
Mark Zandi, thank you.
Thank you.